Hi everyone. How are you? So, um, after we determined that the statue the face on the statue is definitely not Diana's face, without a doubt, it is not her, or at least it's not entirely her. Maybe her. I started thinking, who is it? Who is this face? I mean, is it just because the sculptor usually does men and he just decided to make Diana more masculine looking? But as an artist, you're always just following the lines of the face, and it's not about. I mean, I've never drawn a face of a woman and came out with a man, right? I mean, it doesn't. Or even with a sculpture, it's the same thing. So I started wondering, would it be possible that Harry might have influenced this picture to try to make us see what he allegedly sees as as Meghan Markle being just like Diana and even looking like her? Is there a bit of morphing going on here? And I think there is. I think it's just subtle or not so subtle when you really look at it, morphing of Diana's face to match Meghan. And you can let me know what you think. So, this is a looking for pictures of Diana like straight on. I don't, have a wide collection of her pictures. I'm not always studying her face, but this is a picture I got. I mean, basically her shaped face isn't going to change. I know this is a younger picture, but still her jawline's the same. Her lips are going to be the same, pretty much. So, what stood out to me, just a couple of features. Let me know what you think too. Because remember, I pointed out this jaw is totally wrong. This is like a triangular jaw here that Diana does not have. Diana's jaw, like I said, over and over, it's more like this, right? It's more of a U. So then I thought, well, who has a triangular jaw? Well, don't you know? This jaw right here, very triangular, right? This is a triangular jaw. So I thought, is he like subtly trying to manipulate? And don't forget the little dark here, a little drooling, what people call drooling. Megan has that as well. So I'm thinking quite possibly that Diana's statue and her face, when you see her actual jaw, right? I mean, it's very U-shaped. Oops, I went a little off there, but you see what I'm doing. Um, so the jaw, the chin there with the dark line, and Diana does not have one picture with a dark line on her side, on her chin there. Her chin is not that pronounced like Megan. Megan is the only one between the two of them that has that dark line. And I find it interesting on the statue, he's got a dark line here, right? Just like in Megan's picture. Not only that, like I pointed out before, Diana's face, the line on her face goes like this quite clearly in all her photographs, whereas this one looks more like Megan's face with the lines like this. She's got that line like that. Right? She's got the masculine looking, uh, I don't know, masculine, but just the stronger looking lines there. So also one last thing. So you get the jawline is more triangular. You get that line by the chin like Megan has over here, very similar. And also the bottom lip. Okay, so this bottom lip, and you're looking at it, this does not look like Diana's lips, right? But it does look very much like Megan's, because if you look at Diana's lips, Diana's bottom lip, she has a very half circle, half moon kind of shape there. This is very smooth, um, like a half moon kind of shape there, right? Whereas Megan's bottom lip, it's more triangular again, triangular chin, triangular lips. It's more longer and more V-shaped. And the statue, I believe, what it looks like to me, matches Megan's lips much more closely than Diana's lips. I mean, we just focus on the lips for a second. Bear with me a second here. I move this. No, it's not what I meant to do. But let me see if hopefully I can get this to work. You see what I'm saying? The lips, if you look at that, especially that bottom lip, looks much more like Megan's bottom lip. I'm trying to get them all next to each other here, but you get what I'm saying. I think that matches her bottom lip much more closely. So you get the lines in the face and the nose too a little bit. It's a little bit more bulbous on the statue, much more like Megan's bulbous tip than Diana. Diana didn't have such a bulbous tip as that. So, and the eyes are smaller, like Megan. Megan's eyes are smaller. Diana's eyes are always much larger in all her pictures. Her eyes are really huge. She had huge eyes. That was her most endearing feature. And the statue, obviously, the eyes don't necessarily look exactly like Meghan. It's kind of hard to see in the statue picture to get a really close look at the eyes, but they're definitely too small and they definitely don't match Diana. And I assume he's sort of morphing Diana's eyes into Meghan's crazy eyes. Oh, and one last thing, another one. So this is like one, two, three, like one, two, three, four things there, but also, what was I gonna say? Oh, one last thing I noticed is you know how right here from the top of her nose, from her forehead to her nose, there's this dark patch, like shaded. Okay, because she's got a very prominent. Her nose goes straight down, right, just like the statue. So it's dark, and just like the statue does that, dark and then straight down. Um, Diana's pictures don't do that. She doesn't have a dark. Doesn't There's no shading there. That's of course a later picture, but she's never had that. That's not her, but Megan has that. So again and again, I'm seeing a sort of morphing of Diana's face into Megan's face, and I'm wondering if this is part of the effort to make the public see um, Megan and Diana. And as someone else pointed out, thank you to the person who pointed out, I can't really see the ears too well, but you can see Diana always tucked her hair back very neatly behind her ears. She didn't have it all fluffy out there as this picture does, as it shows. Um, So yeah, just the whole thing. I suspect that um they morphed Diana's features into Megan's features. I don't know if it's a joke or something, but I think it's an attempt on maybe a subconscious level or just whatever to make Diana look more like Megan in this statue is what it looks like to me because it's the lip and the jaw and everything. It can't be a coincidence, and I don't think the artist just suddenly decided to put a man face on there. I think he put Megan's face on there. What do you think? That's what I'm thinking.